Hello everyone, my name is RedDesertGhost. I haven't done a video in a while, but here I am. So today I wanted to show the Gunsmith and also to talk about my thoughts of the game. Just sort of kind of doing a 2-in-1 video about the Gunsmith of the Gunsmith of the game, and of course how much I've grind, how much I've aggressive, and anything. So sort of like a weird video diary, but also just showing off what I got. So I want to start with mainly the assault rifle category with all the attachments. So I'm going to start with the M4. This is my C8 design. It looks like this. It is based on an image on Google Images of 2 M4s. I picked the one with the camo because I thought it can. And also, I think there was one SES soldier in Kenya who actually used something similar to this, but the optic is different. But I used the optic because I felt like because I really liked it. Because I heard you need to unlock the M16 while doing it. Although I'm happy with this gun, it's definitely a lot of fun. Definitely something that I would recommend using. So that's the C8. So that's the C8. And also here's the pistol as well. I'll show you all the weapons I got. We got the TAC 4. I got the Warzone version, which is just a slightly bigger magazine, and my personal custom one, and which is the one I got gold in. I also got the M4 gold as well, but of course I was a little bit slow on getting this silver, well, platinum in this game. So here's all the camos I've got. So as you can see, I've got all of them gold specifically. So as you can see, if I go to the cast off, I definitely got this one gold as well, as you can see. Yeah, I got this one gold as well. So I've got a lot of these weapons gold. It definitely took me a while to get them all to where it needs to be, but I'm happy by the end result. So here's what the original M4 looks like. I haven't really used much of it, but it does look like more of a HK than a Colt weapon, but the M4 is the M4 because they usually most of the M4 category doesn't look exactly the same. So that's all the assault rifles. I got them all gold, except for the submachine gun, if I can show you. The submachine gun class, I only got not just the Lictum sub, but I've also got this one gold, as well as, if I show you I also got all of just these 2 gold as well, except for these 2, because I haven't really used much of those. I barely started using that one. I heard it's good, but it's not perfect. I haven't max leveled up this gun yet, but it's definitely a really cool gun to use though. So here's the Lictum that I was using, which is actually based on the, yeah, so that one. So basically, here's all the what else I got. We got this one, the Operation Nimrod, which is based on the NBCs in London back in the 80s. This is the Link Tommy, which is basically based on the Lickman sub, but sort of with a drum magazine and a grip as well. So we got the MP5K, definitely looks like it. If I go to, yeah, it pretty much looks like it, except the only difference is, oops, what the hell? Confusing, there we go. So this is what it looks like in game. I am going to be thinking of using it with my sniper class, which is, I'm going to show that loadout in minutes, but yeah, I'm kind of happy with this gun. So it is short range, and yeah, you can actually have, in the previous game, if you want to make the MP5K, the shortest barrel had a very open one, and it's going to be very weird to try and replicate it. I mean, it makes sense if you just put a muzzle at the very end to make it less weird, but yeah. So if I go back, hold on, exit, and put a suppressor on it, basically, either that one or that one specifically. I was thinking maybe next time I might consider making this into a thing, yeah. And also we got the pistols as well. Very happy with the pistols on here. Of course I'm using the Colt Custom for mainly that one, but yeah. Turns out that's the furthest I can go, but if you look at it, I've actually got the wooden handle. So this is it's meant to look like the M1911, but it looks a bit different. And also I made it grey purely because the pistol is usually sort of a dark or bright grey depending on which pistol it is. But yeah, I hope I got it right on the loadout, but it's really up to you how you would put it. But yeah, I'm kind of happy with the loadout entirely. So here are the other, so here's the sniper rifle as well. I only got this one gold. I'm planning on getting this one gold as well, but I have to hip fire this gun a handful of times, which is kind of annoying. As you can see, you can actually have to literally hip fire this gun 10 times. Well, it's not the first weapon I have to use. It's also this one. Hold on. If I go to the marksman category to the tag M, I literally have to hip fire with this gun 5 times. I don't know why the constant change. I don't see why sniper rifles should be more for hip firing, but I think the point is just to try and get people to spam the weapon a little bit more. Also, I haven't got this gun in real life, but I heard this gun's really good. I'm considering using it once I've actually got the loadout for it. Okay, so next is... what else is there? So, if I go back, give me a second. So yeah, and this is the only weapon I got to platinum at the moment. I haven't got the other guns. If you've seen my Twitter, you've seen that I've unlocked it. Took me about 7 lobbies maybe to get this all completed, but usually I heard when I was using this gun, I think it wants you just to appreciate the gold a bit more, and then once you got all the 25 long shot kills, I don't know why it has to be 25 specifically. I'd rather say it's more like 15 or maybe 20, but 25 is a little bit of a hassle, that one. I think it's the same with other ones actually. Let me just double check. Yeah, it's exactly the same, 25 long shot kills. Kind of sad that you have to I can't believe they make it more of a hassle. Actually, the pistol one makes more sense. Yeah, the 15, but it's a bit of a hassle for pistol since it's not really made for long range attacks. But yeah, it's well, it's pistols I guess, but what can you do? So I also got this one gold as well, but it's not the. But I have got all the assault rifles golds, as well as the. I got all the assault rifles golds, as well as a few of the submachine guns gold. So I got the MP5 gold, as it's called, the Lickman sub in this game. Of course, it's just to avoid copyright infringement. Even though Heckler & Co probably wouldn't really care that much because it's under parody and under fair use, because it's just more for educational reasons. But yeah, I got this one gold as well. The other guns I got gold. I also have this gun gold as well. Hold on. I got this gun gold with this one, with these loadouts specifically. We got the classic, which is based on the Modern Warfare 2 one, and this one is based. This is more the semi-automatic one. This is my personal custom one, and that's the Rush. I think it's that one I've used gold on that one. As you can see, I've also got this gun gold as well. Pretty cool. And I only got 3 of them gold, and the other one I've got is and the other one, I think it's the Bison, but it's called the Mini Bank in this game for some reason. But yeah, I also got this gun gold as well. Also took me a while to. I haven't actually made a loadout much. I just never really thought of making one, but yeah, I got this gun gold as well. Just those 3 submachine guns. My next one is the MX9, which is basically the UAG submachine gun. I find it actually rather difficult to use. It's kind of annoying. It's very, although the mobility is a lot better on this gun, but it's kind of weaker compared to the assault rifle version, which is a lot better in comparison. So if you compare that one to, yeah, you can. So if you compare this one. So if you compare it to the submachine gun version, it is slightly weaker. The range is a bit weaker, and the accuracy is just basically, it has a very range drop off, so it will be very difficult for you to use, and the recoil maybe feel a bit higher on this gun, so it might have a bigger kick to the gun, so it's a bit of a pain to use entirely. Also, when it comes to shotguns, I haven't got any of them gold yet. I'm mainly focusing on these 3 shotguns mainly at the moment, but I might consider using this one in one loadout I'm considering making. I think a Spetsnaz loadout based on Rainbow Six Siege. We got the LMG classes. I haven't got them gold, although I am considering using the HCR. I don't know if it's any better. Although I have a feeling that the reason being is to get this gun. It's mainly because if I go to the thing first, oops, to go to the Gunsmith and to go to unlock the traditional sight for the AUG, which will take me up to level 18, which will be my aim. Might try and use that one more than the other light machine gun, which I'm sort of having a little interest in using, which is this one, the Rap H, which I'm having very little interest in using. No offense. So when it comes to marksman weapons, it's just, oops, not that one. What am I doing? So it's just that one I got gold. Didn't take me that long. I used that sniper rifle next. Well, this marksman next, but it gets you up to level 23. But I used probably a lot of the attachments on that one. So the SAB-50 is, the SPR is a really good sniper rifle, and this one is just, it's okay. It just has better mobility. But of course, this will be my second gun gold, but I have to get double kills, which I have struggled because it didn't really render in the lobby very much. I think there's a bit of a glitch in the game that probably Infinity Ward should fix. Sniper rifles, none of them gold except for the SPX-80, sorry, I didn't see the name. So I got this one gold as well. As you can see, yep, I got this one gold. And it's the only one I got gold as of right now, and it would be a lot more easier to get this one silver. I'm considering of getting the sniper rifles gold since I am enjoying Invasion a bit more, so I'm going to be playing that one more and more recently. Same with the Colt. It is definitely a lot easier to use now. Sorry, it's going back to the main menu. Yeah, it's just the game's still kind of glitched. They still need to fix it a bit, so go back to private match. Can't use it for too long. Let's just go back to it really quickly. I just want to show the other guns I have on here as well. Have I did battle rifles? I haven't, no. So I showed you that one, of course. I got that one silver. Oh, sorry, platinum. I don't know why I keep saying silver instead of platinum, because it just looks silver rather than platinum. But yeah, I got all the others gold as well. I would say this one's probably the best in terms of full automatic. Well, I think this one's okay unless it's not too much of a pain in the ass. But yeah, I haven't used it in a while though. But this is all the loadouts I was using for that one. Also, I've made my own SPR-12. I was actually playing on Ground War at the time, and I've actually got this one gold. And we got the other ones. This is the M129A1. I don't think it really fits, but it's more of a marksman, but it's based on the British Army weapon as well. So we got others as well. We got the AR pistol. Still trying to add heads and tails of this gun, but yeah, it's pretty weak. And of course you got the one for the Vault Edition as well, which I did waste 30 quid on, which I kind of regret at some point, because it's mainly because I got it off peer pressure. So these are all the other guns I've used. When it comes to loadouts, I only got one for Warzone on the... I am considering making a police loadout as well at some point, but at the moment it's just the Warzone loadout at the moment. So we got the others. We got this one. I max leveled it, but I haven't got it gold. But I heard Optimus, a commentary channel, when he does background footage of Call of Duty, he did actually got this one gold of a certain loadout. So yeah, it's a really good submachine gun. I definitely highly recommend it. This one I kind of barely use, but definitely it's a good gun to get more attachments on, and it's a really nice weapon. I heard it's the best submachine gun the FSS Hurricane, but I don't remember using too much of it. It's basically just more of a PDW than a submachine gun, because it has the exact same magazine as the the PDSW 526, as known as the P90 in real life, and also the Vector or the Fennec 45, which is pretty much what it was called back in Modern Warfare 2019, but it came back with a slightly different design. It started off as a DLC weapon, and also, just to relook, is also all the loadouts I've been using as well. Okay, except for the last one, which I actually got from the season pass. So here's all the shotguns. I couldn't use that one because it's already on here somewhere. So if you take a look, all the loadouts I've did. So I got Shorty, which I've managed to, which I need to change the, which I probably need to change the handguard for, because I've actually got the straight one. Let me just quickly do that one now. I'll change it in a minute. So anyway, so this one I've unlocked, so now it looks very much like the Shorty used in that gun as well. Let's tune it a little bit, sort of make it have good mobility. It's really good, this weapon, but it has good mobility, but the recoil and range is, but it's a really good side weapon, so definitely what's good for close quarters and everything. But yeah, it's a pretty nice weapon. So I guess that's kind of it. I think that's all the weapons that I can show you, but here is also my multiplayer. Let me just leave the lobby here and just go to the weapons here. So as you can see, I'm using this one gold and sort of grinding the G18. A really good side pistol as well. I got a different design for the shotgun class. Which one? For this version's Briami. So there we go. I'm thinking of making the Modern Warfare 2 version at some point, but I haven't really gone down to using it yet. But technically, one of the Damascus does look like it came straight from the OG Modern Warfare 2, but I'm thinking of making one which is off this one. Also, the side impacts, you have to get the beta for that one. I heard there's one for the TAC 56, but I never got the chance to getting it. But yeah, it's a lot of but it's a really good weapon so far. Also, we got the revolver, the pistol, and the Desert Eagle, which I'm barely using as well. So yeah. So here is all the other weapons. I'm considering making a demolitions class for that one. Maybe not necessarily the Sigma 5, but it's one of them. And also, this is going to be an Arctic style loadouts, mainly for SAS loadout specifically. That's why I have a throwing knife and a spotter scope. The reason being is because I think it's against certain countries and militaries don't allow landmines anymore. I think it's due to the fact that sometimes an ally could accidentally trip on it. It's mainly to avoid that hazard entirely. But yeah, I'm happy with this loadout. Also, I'm using the sniper equipment. It goes well. And of course, I'm using the dead silence and the portable radar to try and pick up enemies. I might change it actually, because something tells me it's more of a stealth class, thinking about it. I'll just use either tactical insertion, or I might just do decoy maybe, or deployable cover, but something tells me it kind of really fits. There's also trophy system. I haven't used this one yet, but I might consider using it since I have seen a few people. It's mainly just to destroy certain equipment being thrown at you, basically. So it's really good. I like the trophy system, and also the portables, just to check what's on there. The Signal 5 is basically a 50 cal weapon based on the Lynx. Really good weapon as well. Also, I've actually max leveled this one, but I'm thinking of getting gold on it another time because I just don't like the hip firing capability of this gun. So I'm switched to this one, taking a little break from it, and try and max level this gun as well on the side, as well as doing it along with this one, because they technically share the same. They technically just share the exact same attachments. But for some reason, those attachments don't fit with the MCPR 300 and the SPX 80, and of course the LAB 330 kind of goes along with the SPR. So yeah, I do like the Signal. which is probably the only sniper rifle in the game which is more semi-automatic, but it's more an anti-material ballpoint rifle. I haven't used the route shield, but I might consider using it at some point, but at the moment I will just leave it as it is. So, just looking around, this is the revolver that I got. I haven't exactly used it yet, but I have been considering of using pistols more of my primary at the moment, but it is considering to just use mainly those three for now, and of course the X13 auto would also be a priority as well. So I think that's it. I think that's all the loadouts. So my thoughts on the Gunsmith. I think I heard this criticism by everyone else. I think I'll go to the assault rifle version first. So I'll go here and show you how insane the how many attachments I got. So there is so many others that I haven't unlocked as of yet, but I have definitely got almost all of them. I got up to here basically, which is the longest one in the assault rifle category. But yeah, it's basically, it's really good so far. Yeah, it's so these are all the all the ones I haven't unlocked yet, which I'm considering making at some point in time. I definitely would consider doing that one maybe in a Warzone loadouts, but yeah, I've done these are the ones I haven't unlocked yet. So there is a lot, but apparently some people find it immensely aggravating because you have to literally use other guns to use them, and it's somewhat annoying for them. But in reality, I have no problem with this at all. It really depends. I mean, you do need to max level all the guns if you want to be able to use all the parts and all the weapons, but you can't exactly use all the attachments until you unlock all the assault rifles. This one is because I haven't unlocked the M13B, and of course they're sharing with other categories like the HBR, which is a light machine gun. So I do like the attachment slots, but it's not exactly the best though. So I really want to get the M13B, but I definitely need to find someone to play DMZ, so I don't know who's going to be playing in this game with me. I'm still thinking there probably maybe friends out there would be willing to help me, but first I just need to get used to the game, get used to the shootings and everything, and try and exfil at least almost quickly in some cases as well. Here's all the magazines as well. Yep, so it kind of differs, but sometimes it's mainly just the Stark, the barrel, and I think the lasers. Well, it depends really, because sometimes some categories of weapons tend to share. The reason, and the people who dislike the Gunsmith I can understand, but usually I can mentally overcome it. It's just mainly because the sights are usually quite hard to relate in some cases, so yeah, they can be a little bit aggravating that you have to go to other guns. In some cases, sometimes it's just best to try and sort of reorganize, sort of relax. It's not the end of the world. I mean, because I have to change all my loadouts because I wanted to try and make room for more loadouts, and also the rest just felt like kind of a waste of space, and so I kind of just tied it up and made the ones that I really wanted to make, and some of the ones on the side as well. And also the camos are good. Let me just show you the camos. Let's do it on here as well. So not necessarily the gold camos necessarily, because you need to unlock them individually, because you can't. But if you're doing all the camos, these ones, you need to at least unlock 4 of them in each weapon, and you can basically use another. You can basically use that camo on this class specifically if you want, on this weapon specifically. So in a way, in my opinion, I kind of wish that the camo slots were this organized compared to the builds. This is more just an overall opinion. I kind of wish I would prefer it that way myself, because it just looks very unorganized. It wasn't like that originally. It was just as unorganized because it used to be like a long slide of different camos, but now it's all in a very neat category now. So I definitely do like the. It definitely is some of improvement. It was less of a hassle compared to Cold War and in Modern Warfare 2019. Vanguard as well, but I haven't really played much of it. I only played Warzone when it comes to using the weapons, but I actually kind of skipped that game, to be honest, but I definitely picked this one up purely because I was a Modern Warfare 2019 fan. But yeah, it's a good game so far. I definitely did like the attachment. I definitely like the attachments. The grind is okay. It's just that it makes you want to use every single weapon in the game. But to be fair, the game is balanced. Some of the balances are sort of have pros and cons. But overall, I think most of the guns are very balanced and very easy to use. It's not like the OG COD where none of the guns are really that balanced. Besides probably Black Ops 2, where all the guns are usually very, very balanced. So, I think that's it, I think. But just showing off my SAS one just before I give my opinions on the game itself. But yeah, the grind is really good, and it's really cool that they brought back the it's good that they brought back firing range since I think it was since, well, actually kind of since Infinite Warfare, because in the campaign they did have fire range to test out your loadouts. They kind of got rid of the whole like loadout section for well, not really the loadout section for the campaign, which they did have in Black Ops 3, but the only reason why they probably got rid of it mainly because both of those games didn't receive very well. But yeah, there were really good features back then, so despite all the negatives, there were some good elements within both of those games as well. So it's good that they bring back firing range, but I also want to bring back the loadout selection for the campaign as well. Actually, it was a thing since Black Ops 2 as well as the Cold War weapons in 1985, where the game was set. Or was it 1984? 1985, yeah, because the game was set in 2025, 40 years apart. So, yeah, I definitely do love this loadout. The campaign, I would say, it feels a bit longer, and it definitely is a really good campaign. Soap and Ghost has a really good banter in one mission just after Gaz. Sorry, yeah, I think his name's Gaz. No, that's one of our guys. So basically, Graves, General Shepard, and Shadow Company pretty much betrayed us all, and it was kind of sad that they actually got rid of all of us. But yeah, I'm very happy with the campaign overall. Not gonna lie, it didn't feel the same as the OG one because it was more sudden. Even for me, when I first played it, when I was around like 15 years old, when I was playing Modern Warfare 2, during its overhaul, well, it was at least about 6 years old at the time when I was playing it. When I was playing alongside with Ghost. It was definitely a out of place Call of Duty game so far, but yeah, it was a really good campaign. I think that's the only thing really good. The co-op missions were okay, but you can't really play it by yourself. I don't know if there's a way you can play it by yourself, but it's definitely fun playing it with a friend. Check out Red Desert Ghost, link in description. I was featured in one of her videos not too long ago. I didn't realize until I actually looked up her channel, and she recorded my humor, basically my off-screen humor with another friend who was actually playing with me. We were playing Raid episode 2 at the time. It was a lot of fun. I would say raids are really cool. At least they actually sort of added more to the campaign, more story missions rather than just basically go to the campaign and just leave it as that. But it's definitely a lot of fun. But I would like to see Soap and Ghost being featured in the future raid. I don't know if it's going to be the next one, but it will be a lot of fun to find out. So, in most cases, yep, I did find the raids really fun. The first one was a bit complicated because it's very coded, because since I've had Russian friends online, and also probably one Ukrainian who can also speak Russian, I was probably the only one out of all of the 3 and the 4 who can actually, well, because I played it with Red Desert herself, and of course my brother Waffles, and of course also with Roger, who I was playing with. It was definitely a lot of fun. The coded one was really complicated, but the jumping puzzle, in my opinion, was a bit more simpler. But the other ones were rather relaxed. But it really depends on the game itself. But yeah, overall, I'm definitely happy with where this game has been set. I hope you enjoy this video. I hope you have a good day and night, and I hope I see you next time. Goodbye.